I used to be a teacher. You may or may not have known that. And one of the things that I noticed when I was teaching is that kids wouldn't know where to begin a story and where to end it. Well, there's a really simple way to figure that out. In a story, you have character. You have a main character. That's the one that you're following and that everything is happening to. Now, you have to have some reason for telling this story. So what you want to do before you ever start to write is you want to give your character a problem. And the reason for that is that when your character solves that problem, then you know you've finished your story. For instance, story that I wrote many years ago called The Grandma War. There was a little girl in that story named Annie who had a grandmother who came to live with her, and the two just didn't get along. So what was Annie's problem? Could she learn to get along with Grandma? That was her problem. And how did I know I'd finished writing the story? When I could say, yes, she did, or no, she didn't. Now, of course, during the course of the story, all kinds of things happen to make it suspenseful. There's conflict between Grandma and Annie, and all kinds of things go wrong. But she keeps working towards that goal. Can I learn to get along with my grandmother? Now, the answer doesn't always have to be positive. Sometimes it can be negative, but you have to have an answer. So every time you go to write a story, you have to ask a question. Will my character do this? Will my character do this? In the stories that I'm writing now in the Seer trilogy, the main character has a problem, and her problem is this: can Maeve discover her true identity? You'll notice that you can answer her question and Annie's question with yes or no. You always want to make sure you ask that question in such a way that it can be answered yes or no. You don't want to say, who is Maeve? That's certainly part of the question, but you won't be able to clearly know if your story is finished unless you ask that question in a yes or no way. So come up with a character. Doesn't have to be a person. Look under the bed. Are they dust bunnies? Dust bunnies. Okay. Main character, dust bunnies. What is their problem? We've got to ask it a question. Can the dust bunnies escape the vacuum? If they eventually escape from the vacuum, the answer is yes. If they don't, the answer is no. But either way, when that question is answered, you'll know your story's finished. I hope that helps.